It was just a normal Sunday evening. But I ended up in a fish and chip shop eventually. And I was the only one in there. I need to speak out sooner rather than later. I've learned that keeping stuff within me can only hurt me more. All I saw, guns pointing in my direction. I was like, don't shoot, don't shoot.
Abdul-Lateef Ajibike has spent the last 3 years asking one question.
Why me?
On the 29th of January 2023, Abdul-Lateef was aggressively detained by 8 firearms officers. 17 years old, tasered twice, ultimately the wrong person. It's just past 7 in the evening. Abdul-Lateef waits patiently for his food. The chip shop owners casually go about their business. He has no idea that firearms officers are lined up outside the shop in Newham, but across the road, someone else spots them. Look to the left. Abdul-Lateef leaves the shop. And to the right, the officers creep forward, then charge. This is the view from inside the shop.
As soon as I turn left, freeze, freeze, freeze. Pow, pow, pow. Like all of a sudden I'm on the floor. They're hitting me. They're using their gun to hit me. They're punching me. They're kicking me. I'm not feeling pain, but I'm just like, stop, stop, please stop. Please stop. Like, what do I do? What do I do? Please stop.
And what kind of injuries did you have, Abdul-Lateef?
That's when I looked down, I was like, oh, flip. I'm bleeding. There was bruises on my arm. I still have scars on my shoulders. I could barely walk.
Abdul-Lateef spends a couple of minutes pushed up against the wall. Keep your eyes to the lower right of the screen. He's handcuffed. There's a gun pointed at his head. Finally, the police realise they've tasered the wrong person. The police watchdog found that the officers failed to obtain a sufficient description of the suspect before stopping Mr. Ajibike. Channel 4 News has seen the 999 call logs documenting the information provided by 2 separate witnesses. Caller 1 and Caller 2 ring at roughly the same time, reporting sightings of a man with a gun. Crucially, Caller 1 is a third-party witness who isn't on the scene. Caller 2 is on the scene. The eyewitness describes the suspect as IC3 male, that's a black male, 30 years old, a medium build, wearing headphones and a green hoodie. A few minutes later, the third-party witness describes the suspect as having a long khaki jacket and a bottle of JD. The eyewitness then says the suspect isn't in the chip shop. This is reiterated in the police log. Suspect has left the chip shop. At 7 p.m, Abdul-Lateef's presence is noted. The log says he will not be ident. That means he's not the suspect, as he has a long black jacket.
If you're not sure about something, you don't do it. If you don't take the chance, or whether it's 50-50 with, especially with something like this, because I could have died.
The police described the stop as a fast-time, spontaneous incident.
The police say that one of the reasons that they used the force that they did was because they thought that you were reaching into your pocket or into your waistband. Does that tally with your experience?
Oh, I didn't know they said that. I think, with all due respect to what they do, it's a lie. That's just a straight lie.
Abdul-Lateef's lawyers allege that officers discriminated against him because of his race. A recent report by the Children's Commissioner found black children are almost 5 times as likely to have force used than their white counterparts. With such allegations, police watchdog guidelines require officers to reflect on whether they could have done anything differently to change this. Every officer responded with a variation of, "I don't feel anything could have been done differently." So the allegation wasn't upheld, but it did conclude that some officers could have been more open in their reflections, describing it as an opportunity for learning or improvement in practice.
In this case, I'm guessing they just heard black guy and black guy in fish and chip shop, which was me. So they just went to attack me, really, I guess.
Since the incident, what kind of an impact has what happened had on you and your life?
I've cried more this 3 years than I have the previous 17 years of my life beforehand. Only recently is when I realised that I'm not okay. Yeah. Yeah, only recently when I realised I'm not okay and I want to get better, you know. I was trying. I'm always trying to be happy for my mom, my siblings around me, so they know, like, I'm strong, you know, that I'm getting, but I'm healing. But sometimes it gets hard, you know. It gets really hard.
In a statement, the Metropolitan Police say they've apologised to Mr Ajibike for what he experienced. However, officers don't have the benefit of hindsight, and the public would expect them to treat every situation as if they were dealing with a genuine armed threat, adding that an investigation didn't find excessive use of force or racial discrimination. Abdul-Lateef is back at university now, following his ambitions, and he wants to start a therapy group for young people who have experienced trauma. He says the settlement of the civil case didn't bring him closure, rather a realisation that he'll carry what happened for the rest of his life.